Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on. Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on.
The one whenever Biden's like, he's throwing out the N-word and he's like, 'cause I'm sitting on 26-inch chrome and all this other bullshit, and like they're like, did he really say that? Like, oh my goodness! Like,
he got the black vote. What they say? If you don't vote for it, what Biden say?
He said you aren't black if you don't vote for me.
He said some other shit again recently though, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he was at a black caucus or something for Congress, and he was like, yeah, I know all about the what is it, the
something six.
The faithful six or the significant.
All the black.
The divine six.
There you go. Yeah.
Divine nine. That's what
there you go.
Yeah. 9 of them with the sororities.
And so he was, and people were like, that was pandering.
Because he don't though. That's the thing. It'd be different if you actually knew, or like. And don't get me wrong. I don't think there's nothing wrong with pandering in the sense of like, if you're. I will say, some people, I think are stuck in their ways, and so they be like, oh, you're pandering because you can see the perspective of a woman or a minority. Right. It's like, no, nigga, I'm just like, I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn. Exactly. I get some people just, I want to do it to get something. But if you're doing it just because you like want to learn more, it's fine. But it's like, he's not. It's like Hillary Clinton. I got hot sauce in my bag. Pull it out.
Exactly. I mean, I didn't.
What you want? You Frank's or Pete or
Right, like
Pete
if you got hot sauce and I need it, then shit, let me get some.
Cool, but yeah. So, church league is over.
Damn, it was a good game though. It was a really good game.
Hey, fuck that ref. On God.
We went into the tournament as a 2 seed.
Damn, first round exit.
No, we won our first round.
Yeah, we won our first round.
Don't play us like that. We not fucking. We dog walked that other team too.
Oh shit.
We would have lost them niggas. See, that's the thing. Talk all that shit, me and Dallas. Oh, we weren't there when y'all lost. No, it's different. Different game.
Granted, it was a different game.
It was a very different game.
Yeah, and when one ref calls all the fouls for one team, and it's like bad. Like,
I hate being that guy.
Right. With the fouls.
I'm gonna be that guy.
And
I mean,
when the other team is like, yeah, this is, I don't know about that one. And they're clapping in a way like, oh, I know I didn't just draw a foul. Like, yeah, he just called a foul. Like,
yeah,
that's the worst shit talking though. When they like, and they know it's bad. They like, yeah, he hoeing y'all. And you're like, oh, fuck you, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. So
y'all needed a coach. That's what I could see from the sideline.
We don't need no damn coach.
Y'all need a coach. Let me tell you why.
Stop trying to say because you want to be a coach.
No, let me tell you why y'all
Devon
need a
thinks
coach.
he's Rick Pitino.
Because
what is your head coach statistic?
Hey, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about
with the firing in mid-season.
We're not talking about that.
Mr. Board had to take over.
Because I had to go gain a maturity that was needed to coach. Now I feel like I can tell, so I know we're in a crucial part of the game. Stay on the bench. You're not.
Well, I think it's one of those though. You're the same age as the players. It's like those players that just get out, like Steve Nash and Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Where you're like, bro, you only 5 years older than me, and you
exactly.
trying to be my coach.
That's the
shut
thing.
up,
bro. If the set ain't working, then I'm not listening to you.
But now I feel like I could be like, no, because I was watching the game, and I was just seeing how like y'all should have won that game, right? And if y'all did things that y'all were supposed to be doing during the game, that's the thing. Like when y'all trapped, right? Y'all could have trapped them. Y'all could have played like a loose press against them. Had them in the backcourt where they at least a little discombobulated. Some of those threes that were hit was literally people was able to come all the way up court and then just shoot. And it was like,
I mean, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so are we not going to step up or are we not going to cause any disturbance
even then,
on defense?
They hit that. I watched the game before. It was not hitting them.
I said, like, I think we did a very good job containing their main three. Because we know it was going to be fucking light-skinned dude, the young dude, and then Paul.
Right.
And then everybody else just like, if we can stop, because I don't think they scored a bunch. Yeah. For sure. Like, that. Listen, they big three hoops. They big three hoops.
It wasn't no effective scoring,
But
though.
yes,
that's the thing. It was like 3 Monty Bates on the court.
But it's also hard to play defense when if they don't get the basket, they just call foul when you let them go into the paint.
Here's the thing. I think there was a lot of second chance points.
Yes, a lot.
Very at the end.
I think there was a lot of just. But I told y'all, when I'm walking back on the court after he done like eyed me twice and I'm right in his face, I'm like,
Right.
He went D2.
No,
like this,
that's-
he
yeah,
had to
that-
went to Spalding or something. Like,
But that's the thing.
That's the wrong mindset, though.
No, but it never-
You should have slapped the floor. You ain't scoring no more.
Exactly.
I'm playing you all,
No.
84 feet. Come
but
on.
That's
Let's
where
go
a
all
coaching,
84 now.
That's where a coaching situation should have happened.
Boy, nobody's gonna
Because-
listen to you, Devin.
No, but listen to me. Listen to me, because if you had said, okay, well, Dallas, you and your man are trying to have a score off right now. So to save some energy from Dallas, I'm gonna switch and put old boy on this dude.
Nah.
Because he's going to score the same. Dallas,
No,
I'm sorry,
no.
but the dude ended up still scoring the same amount of points as he would have scored
No, he
on
wasn't.
somebody
No,
else.
no.
That
What?
other dude would not be able to stay in front. Bro, here's
didn't
the
even-
thing. They
and
would
his-
miss like 5, 6 threes in a row. So then it was like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden hit 3 contested. And you're like, well, in a row. And you're like, if other dude was on him, they're not. Dallas can stay in front.
How
Other
many,
dude
how
does
many
not
points
stay
do you
in
think he
front.
had on me?
On you? On you, he probably had about 10, 12.
Nah, he had more than 10 or 12
You think so?
in total.
No,
Now,
in
this ain't
total.
even hating just because
No, I'm saying on Dallas.
On me.
Because I know
Because
I
Dallas is
guarded
gone
him.
for like a quarter.
Because I guarded him, he had 5, and they was
Okay.
doing and one of the threes. I guess I'll give it to you. I had to close out. It was one of them shits.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
nigga
that was
drove.
one- yeah, it was
I go
one
to
of them.
help and then
Yeah,
kick
it's
out.
On
I'm
the
like,
inbound.
When the hands going up, the shot's
And it's
already
like-
releasing. So
and it's like, damn, I should have
okay.
helped. And it's church league. Like I get in 2K
Right.
where it's like, oh, we'll just let him get the 2 because
Right.
you can just green bean. So
Right.
I'm like, it's church league. Like this is real life. You have to make the shot.
Right.
And then he hits, and it's like, damn. Then that one where he like did the crossover on me, got me a little bit, and then I'm going to like catch up, and then I run into a screen.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
He scored the first 3 on me.
right.
When I went through 3 screens,
but that's the
got
thing,
none
there's
of
a lot
them called
screens.
out.
Yeah, nobody was calling.
Yeah.
I'll call out the screen. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, screen coming, switch.
yeah,
Something
yeah.
simple. Everybody else would
That's
just let
where
you hit the
coaching
screen.
comes in.
Bro, I was
That's where coaching
smacking the
comes in,
shit
because
out
then
of
I'm
people.
stomping with my shoes, my dress shoes. Call the screen.
He had that
Like-
one. He had the 3 at the top of the key, which, hey,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
got that.
Yeah.
He had the I'm in his face the whole time, turn around,
Hand
fade away
up.
jumper, mid range.
Hand is
When
right
I'm right
here.
there, like, okay, you got that one. I don't remember him like going off on me though.
I
like
said 10 to 12.
percentage wise, like he might have had a decent amount of points. He didn't shoot well though.
No, because they was just throwing up stuff.
It was also just a whole bunch, and a whole bunch of screens.
Yeah.
Screen.
Screen,
And I
screen,
hate.
screen.
I hope one day. I'll tell you right now. I guarantee, and I'm bad at basketball. Okay, none of them 3 niggas guard me. I guarantee
Well,
it.
oh yeah, I mean yeah, we
They
also,
can't guard me one on
no.
one. So the whole you want to hoop on offense, kind of. And then when I try to guard you, you want to hurry up and pass the ball to the
Right.
second man and try
Right.
to take it. I get to take advantage of the matchup, but it's church league. Fuck it, we got pride. At the end of the day, this championship don't mean nothing. If you lose the championship and drop 40, you drop 40.
I dropped
You dropped
40.
40.
Yeah,
It
like
ain't on
NBA,
me.
Drop 40.
I get NBA in college. Like, okay, we're
Right.
trying to get a ring. So even if say I only drop 18 and we win, that's better than a 40 and a loss. If we talking about a finals, but it's church league. It's time to get some egos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people watching me.
Yeah.
Like this ain't no just we out here running and then like all the people in the gym that I see every day.
So you trying to avoid matchups in church league? And that's the thing is you playing 2-3 zone. I don't respect it.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
I'll
ridiculous.
never respect anybody who ever plays a 2-3 zone.
And here's when I knew too. When they went to man like that last like 5 minutes or whatever, he didn't guard me.
Right.
That other white dude guarded me.
No.
I
I
said,
know.
okay, all
I
right.
know.
Well, I see how this matchup is. Like,
So when are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room on y'all team?
Which one?
No, there was a main one.
No, there's 3.
There's 3.
You know what it was though? We lack roles.
That's where a coach comes in. That's where a coach comes in, and a coach can say, okay, we are down 2 guys. We are down 2, and this team is not playing defense in a way that is keeping us from the basket. And they're calling fouls for us.
Barely.
But they started calling them.
Yeah.
only
it was
after
even.
only after I
Will you-
hyperextended my knee and they were like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
And by that, we were down. That's crazy. We were down 15 or 18 at one point, and then
Yeah.
the fouls started getting called both ways.
Yeah.
And we ended up being up at 3 with like 40 seconds left.
And then y'all took the lead, and then
Somebody got lazy. Chance just looks at rebounds. Watch that dude tied it up. That's how the dude tied it up.
Yeah.
Chance gets that rebound, we win the game
yeah.
because we hold it for 40 something seconds.
Listen.
Somebody hits the free. You know what I'm saying? Like.
You gotta do some self scouting though. We saw that when he was
Right.
on the team with me a few years ago.
Yeah, that
I
is
mean,
true.
I thought he told me he lost weight. He told us he lost weight.
Listen,
I thought
No,
listen.
the agility was there.
That's
It's
there.
just,
Exactly.
We're talking about effort.
That's what I'm saying. I thought maybe, you know, dude, cause when I was 230, I'm not jumping for every ball. So I get it. But you done lost weight. It's time to get up a little bit now.
Now here, I'll take some accountability here.
Go ahead.
I don't think I shot great.
No.
You also did miss the...
From 3 at least.
Yeah. When are we gonna? Yeah, when we gonna get to
Okay.
that?
We were down one. He had
Yeah,
a
I'll
okay,
send you the clip. I'll send you the clip.
You'll see here on the bottom of the YouTube video, there's going to be... Look, we thought game time. I said, we want to
I thought game time too. I mean,
I also thought I was getting 2 free throws.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that doesn't matter.
No, it does.
I thought it was
No.
going to be a Kobe Achilles moment.
It absolutely
with his
does
knee.
matter.
It doesn't matter
It
because
does matter.
the lack of like, oh, I'm just gonna get through this first.
I didn't
one
have the
that
same-
that you showed.
I didn't have
was,
the
like
same
ridiculous.
No, I didn't have the same
I
sort
think-
of
I
lift
think if- I
extension
think-
on my
no, I think if you had to show more like I'm trying to hit this, maybe the ref
Bro, I
would've been
was
like
trying to
2.
hit it.
If he would have, he might have been
What?
like,
No,
oh,
that was a
give him another
crazy
one.
ass on the floor.
No, that was crazy.
Bro,
'cause
I
they
was
called-
literally
up
the
like
ball
this.
was in both hands.
Yes.
Like there was no dribble. It was. All right, here goes a 1-and-1. All right, what?
Oh shit! You did kind of just throw it up there though. You were just like, all right, let me.
It was
get
a
through the
foul.
I
first
got
one.
fouled.
No, I'm saying at the free throw line. The consistency and effort, Dallas, needs to be there at every
But
shot.
what are we talking about?
Every
Consistency
shot.
and effort. I hyperextended my knee and I was picking up, ripping half court,
We should have pressed the whole
keeping
time.
us in it.
That's no. Ain't nobody saying that you didn't
See,
play
here's
good.
the problem. It all come down to those free throws. It's well,
Yes.
you didn't do enough.
Hey, what did he say about Bengals? When old boy pushed Patrick Mahomes out. Dang, all that happened
Damn.
with the refs, and y'all still had a chance until he pushed him out.
Still had a chance.
Hey, we
To
still
the
had a
very
chance,
end.
even after I missed those.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I don't think we look.
We had a chance in overtime or in regulation.
I think
Yeah.
we got to. Some people need to realize they spot up shooters and
Yeah.
not take people off the dribble.
Yeah.
And we need to let some people be the
Or
playmaker.
or if you do want to take people off the dribble, how about you do that, like, and not try to spot up threes when you're only
Just
down
go.
2. Just go, because obviously you can do it and you got there and you scored too, but you were still down after the fact.
we
so
are
it's
also
like-
a very selfish team.
no.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
why you need a coach.
I think
I don't-
I think that's just the players we have.
No,
I
but in
think me
practices,
personally,
I'd be
I'm
like,
a pass
nah,
first. I'm a pass first until I ain't got been a little bit. And I'm like, all right, I need to get some up.
4 passes.
Here's the. I know I'm not a pass first. Like,
I'm
look,
a pass first, but niggas don't move. Everybody want to be shooting threes. I
Yeah.
need a nigga
Hell
to
yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
hell
I'm
yeah,
like
that's
Chris
going
Paul,
up.
man. I'm gonna pass you the ball to the shot you supposed to be taking, not what you want.
Damn, that one where Chance let it go out the bounds, where you hit him, where he came across the
Oh my god.
I was like, I saw it too.
Bro,
So I'm like, Chance, you're right there. I think you see this.
And here's
right?
the thing. Look, I ain't no passer like that, so I was like, "Oh, this is right in between the zone." And he kept going. And I was like, "Ah." But yeah, we lost.
Yeah, I lost.
So, and then I was like, "All right, might be time to adventure into more stationary sports."
This dude showing pictures
Hey,
of
I will say,
golf.
let's rest up. That 30 and over lead when it comes.
Oh yeah,
3
oh.
years.
Oh,
we're,
yeah.
we're there.
Oh
Come on,
yeah.
I'll be. in
We're there.
tip-top
30
shape
and
there.
over. I'm ready.
I was doing some dribbling on my cruise. You know, I can do a little bit more than I thought I could. So I'll be there too. Player coach. It's
You're
time.
not coaching shit.
player coach.
Devin, I try to tell you, I try to low key try to be a coach for a second. Granted, it was kind of hard because when a nigga missed two layups back to
Yeah,
back,
that-
see, that's the
it's
thing.
hard to be like,
That's
hey,
the thing.
get this shit together, and then niggas looking at me
I'm
like,
only
bro,
gonna play
you.
spot minutes, so I'm not. Ain't nobody really gonna be able to say shit.
But then I
I'm
was
gonna
making
be-
up in other grounds though.
Yeah, no,
No,
that's the
absolutely.
reason why I think
Two
you
layups.
missed
When
some.
he's like, "Stop taking threes," and I'm like, "You just missed 2 layups."
But that was first quarter though. A
Point
whole
blank.
quarter. A whole
Wide open,
I
dog.
don't get-
whole-
wide open.
Wide open.
He loves to trick my assist. It that happened the whole season. I'm like,
I
he
ain't know the ball was
finishes
coming.
off everybody, but no,
The only one on the fast break, I didn't know the ball was
bro,
coming.
he had a chance to dribble and then still missed it.
A ball is just so awkward in my hand because I'm so used to a rugby ball. So when I be having them, I'm like, oh, this feel weird. Just throwing that shit off.
Blank the 2 free throws.
When he turned,
Oh
to
yeah,
look-
free throws ain't for me. I told her, look, I have to warm up. I have to shoot 2 free throws, and then I'm warmed up to shoot more free throws. So it was like, damn, it's kind of, I don't know,
and we're not getting foul calls. So like, this is it.
kind of
Right.
upsetting.
But yeah, so I'm gonna start playing golf now.
Okay,
I'm down.
I'm down.
I need to start playing golf. We need to go to Top Golf.
yes,
Yes.
we do. Pod outing.
I've never felt less athletic in my life. on such a non-athletic sport.
Oh, golf.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
Oh, were you only getting into like the yellow and the reds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, no, I can make it past the red,
Okay.
but like,
Where's the red?
So I think the red
Literally,
is the
like-
first one,
it's like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Damn near.
and then the yellow is a little bit further out. I was hitting it to the greens, but I could never get it to where it would go inside the zone.
It took me like something like 40, 50 balls before I could like even get like a halfway decent contact on the swing.
Wow.
Which kind of thing were you using? Just the driver?
A bunch of them. I was like, bro, I just need to try something else.
I can only hit it off the tee. I try to hit it off the ground. Fuck no. I
No,
miss
that
every
ground
time.
is difficult. I do the tee.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm doing golf. But that's besides the point. Let's move on. We talked a bunch of basketball the last few episodes. So I got a topic.
Okay.
I was watching a clip or something. It was fucking the Rock movie where he doesn't have a leg.
I'm not well versed on The Rock. I only know what's that one?
What's the setting around it?
It's like a city. Like I just remember from the trailer, back when the trailer came out, he like did a jump from like a crane to a building. And
Skyscraper.
Oh yeah, I
Yes,
remember
just looked
that.
it up.
Okay.
I
I've
do
never seen
remember
this.
that preview.
So I was watching like a clip from that movie or whatever, and I was like, God, this is like awful, right?
Yeah.
And so while I was watching, I was like, wow, The Rock really might be the greatest actor of all time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
From that, I was like, he is living a Hollywood superstar mega life strictly off of wrestling. He
Yeah.
did that job as The Rock
Yeah.
so fantastic that he has lived 20 years off of that.
Off The Rock.
But
Like
he's made some good movies though, that I thought were good, at least.
A good movie versus a good acting performance. Because he's always just he's always just The Rock.
yeah, he is.
Like
just
he's
The Rock.
never
I say
This is
the
a trend
rundown
that
though
Dallas
wasn't like
has
The
when it
Rock.
comes to these actors I'm starting to see here. Dallas is someone who wants you to not be, but I think people should get credit for being able to be whatever people know them as.
Gridiron Gang, he was not The Rock.
that
Yeah, no, he was
That's
not The Rock.
I think his
in
earlier
Gridiron Gang.
movies, he wasn't The Rock. Like The Rundown, I don't know if y'all remember that. He plays like the same type of action
he was still
film.
The Rock.
Nah, he wasn't The Rock. He didn't have The Rock like.
Is the rundown with Johnny Knoxville?
No, it's with Sean Williams. Who's this? It's where he's like in the Amazon. I don't know if y'all remember one point. He's like going to piss, and she's like, "Don't do that." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "There's a fish that swim," which is actually real. There's a fish that will swim up your stream and go into your penis. He's like, "Oh."
Oh shit.
I do not remember that.
I think the earlier films, The Rock was okay with like being the fool, or like in other films, he was
Yeah,
okay with
yeah.
not being the main character. But now has to be the main character, so it ruins it sometimes. Where it's like you're not funny anymore. Like
He's just fantastic. And also, I was thinking this because
my goat.
fucking
Oh wow.
GOAT, what, wrestler?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't have a dog in the
Yeah,
fight.
but-
so.
You don't watch wrestling?
The reason I thought about
Nah,
that is
not
because
really. Booker
fucking
T, but,
Batista was throwing shade, and he was like, "I'm not trying to be like The Rock," and I'm like, "I want to be taken seriously as an actor and all that shit." I'm like, "Okay, you are really like Batista in every single fucking." like,
No. Have you
What?
seen the new one?
What's the new?
Bro,
what's
no,
the new-
like-
Glass Onion?
Yeah, I
Glass
haven't
Onion's
seen
good.
it.
He has another film too that's coming out. He's actually can act.
No, bro, he's Drax in every movie. Like,
No, he's not though. He has one where he's like totally not the Batista. Maybe because you see Batista, so you think.
That's what I'm starting to think too. I think you just see these
No.
people and you automatically equate them to what they were,
No.
not necessarily how they're acting. So then you're jaded and you're like, yeah, The Rock would say that.
do you think Batista is a genuinely good actor?
I do. I watched Glass Onion.
I
He's a
haven't
good
seen
actor.
anything he's in.
He's about to come out with a Knock at the Cabin, M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I saw that preview. That looked good.
So he'll be in that.
Bro, why is your big wrestling ass in this fucking cabin as a time traveler? Well, you are Batista.
'Cause
If
why
you don't
not?
go,
Because he don't want to just be Batista.
Yes, you are Batista.
I don't know. I think we should give people more credit for being able to continue to be whoever they are in a script where it doesn't feel like they're sticking out like a sore thumb, or they're not just there because it's like celebrity, like involvement.
See, my thing with, cause like, let's go back to The Rock for a second. Like, I think all those roles where he is The Rock, like, I don't think he's bad in fucking, like, some of the Fast and Furious movies.
Right.
Because that's the role, and, like, it fits. I just
Yeah.
think you got to just get into that bag. Like, when you're trying to do some other shit, like, bro, why are you The Rock without a leg?
He's expanding himself.
Right.
Like,
He's trying
The
to.
rage.
That's not expanding yourself.
He's trying to get people like you to be like, oh yeah, he is a good actor.
Or fucking, what was the,
He had apparently he had backlash for that.
was it 2024? Was he in that one? Or
Was it
no,
2024?
no, what's the shit in California?
San Andreas.
San
I literally
Andreas.
just watched that the other day. I was like, what movie
Bro,
is
it's
this?
it's The Rock with a pilot license.
That's an
Like,
FX movie. That's an FX original movie.
yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. But
Oh,
no,
shit.
I just salute to The Rock. I think he's
I think that brings up a bigger issue that I kind of have, where I kind of like see it but don't see it. When I just looked up skyscraper, I guess an amputee or people who are disabled
Oh yeah.
were mad about that.
What's that? Ableist.
I think because they didn't get somebody who's actually an amputee.
Yeah.
Are you The Rock?
That's what I'm.
Or there's another film with the dude that plays in The Mummy,
Yeah.
and he's playing the fat guy.
Oh yeah.
That's like
the
600
whale.
pounds.
He just
Yeah.
won Best Actor.
And they're
at
like,
Brendan
why would
Fraser
Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
or Colin Farrell or
And
whatever.
I
Brendan
think
Fraser.
I do think it's like an issue. And then the thing was, they're like, oh, blah blah blah. They're trying to give some excuse why Brendan Fraser. I'm like, do y'all realize he was blacklisted because, or after The Mummy, he tried to come out and was like, a producer tried to sexually assault me, and then they just like blacklisted him. Because I remember I was like, as a kid, I was wondering like, hey, where's this dude from because The Mummy was hot, at least from what I remember.
The
I
Mummy
loved
was
The Mummy,
hot.
so I seen all of them, and so I was like, why isn't he in like any other, like nothing, no side characters, no shows,
Right.
And then I looked, it was because he tried to call out some Hollywood producers, and so they blacklisted him. So people are mad about that, but I'm like,
Before his time.
they're like, why 600? Find me a 600-pound actor that's going to do
Numbers.
what he does? Because actors bring in people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what are you doing? Like, if you're doing a documentary and you're having fake people run around as this, okay, cool. Like, why do that? But if we're gonna do a movie that's like fiction or nonfiction, like, bro, like when niggas get mad about J-Lo being Selena, I'm like,
Isn't she Hispanic?
yeah, but I think,
They were mad.
yeah,
Were they?
no, because J-Lo's like Puerto Rican or something.
So they
and
wanted-
Selena was like Mexican. So,
So they
they're
wanted like a Mexican
yeah, and it's like,
actress.
bro, but J-Lo did. Now, if you want to say somebody comes in and does a shitty job portraying someone or portraying someone who has a condition or something, then cool. Then yes, shit on them. But if they come in and give props to the person, like I didn't know about Selena before that movie, and then I started listening to the actual Selena. Like I think you can, like you said, you can bring people in who may not be real thinking about the thing, but then they're like, oh, I see Brendan Fraser as this 600-pound dude.
Yeah.
And now they go watch the movie and feel a connection with Brendan Fraser and the situation. So now if they see a 600-pound guy walking down the street, they're not so quick to throw jokes. Maybe they're like, well, maybe he's going through this.
I want to see that movie.
I think, too, like y'all said, it depends on the situation, like, for the role. Like, there was a episode, hey, are y'all watching The Last of Us?
No.
I need to.
Okay. Well,
You can spoil it for me, but
Okay.
whatever.
It was maybe a few episodes ago. One of the characters' brothers, in the game, he's just a regular guy.
Okay.
But for the sake of the TV show, they're making, like, edits and, like, changing the story a little bit just to make it work better.
Okay.
And so the boy is deaf. And
Like in the show?
yes.
Okay.
And, you know, they're signing all this other shit and whatever. It works. And it works. Like, it makes sense for the
Right.
situation or whatever.
Right.
And then they do, like, a little post. I don't know if y'all were ever watching Game of Thrones. And afterwards, they would show, like,
Yeah.
directing, like, how we
yeah,
did this
yeah,
and what we did and all this.
yeah.
Ends up the boy is actually deaf.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
And so all the people on set, like, also learned sign language and were, like, talking. It was, like, a cool thing or whatever.
Right.
And so for a situation like that, I get it. Like, absolutely. But if now we're doing The Last of Us and we're trying to sell this huge video game TV series adaptation,
Right.
am I going to get Pedro Pascal to be Joel, or am I gonna get random deaf guy from the street and try to like? And I get it, it's The Last of Us, so you're gonna get views, but now you have the Mandalorian as
Right.
your main character, so you're gonna
you're
get
gonna-
more eyes. So it's just about the situation. Like I think, and also like it depends. Like if you're an artsy film, like we know like movies like that, like they don't necessarily
Then
care to have.
go get that person.
Yeah.
But
I think they just need to make more of an effort. I think that's what the biggest issue is that they just don't try.
that's the
Like
thing,
that one,
too.
I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
ever seen that one Egyptian movie that came out in like 2012.
Yeah,
of
they have
God.
all white
And
actors.
it was all white people, and I was like, "This is supposed to be in Egypt. They're a little darker than that."
Right.
Literally, everybody was white
Everyone was white. I don't think they had one Egyptian person in that movie.
or just
Or
brown.
just brown, yeah. But no, I think definitely there should be more of an effort to try to find those people. But also, like, you know the situation.
Bro, okay. Everybody don't have to be included every single time.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I agree with inclusion on a lot of shit most of the time, but we could tell a couple years ago, especially when Black Lives Matter thing was huge.
Oscar so white or whatever that was.
Yeah, like okay, now y'all are including to pander, and like you don't actually even believe this. Like this is just a moment right now for you, and as soon as the outrage and upset people are gone, you're gonna be like, all right, let's go back to the shit we were
Right.
doing.
Right.
So I don't like including people just to include people.
Yeah, it's gotta. We've probably talked about this before, but it's definitely gotta make sense to the story. Like if you add someone in or a character, we'll then be like, oh, okay, well I can see where that's coming from. But if you're just this is Friends and now we're gonna add in a random black guy, it's like, well, they probably wouldn't have been friends if they didn't have any.
Yes. Oscars were just last night. And there was a trailer released for The Little Mermaid.
Okay, go ahead.
Man,
I like it.
I don't care for it
Really,
because they don't
Why?
fix the issue.
why y'all making... Why is Ariel black?
I like it. Why not? I feel
I
like
get the why not. I get the why not. No, I get like why not make her black.
Right.
But I was seeing something. What is it's like this too. I don't like Black History Month
Okay,
because they both don't fix the initial problem that it is.
right.
You make Ariel black. Disney, there's all these African folklores that could be turned into fairy tales, and we could actually bring like black and
Yes.
African
New
culture
story.
and
Yes,
new. But
yes.
instead, it's like, oh, let's just make her black.
Right.
And it's like, what does that do? At the end of the day, she ain't gonna be speaking Swahili or something. So
Right.
like,
And
you
her
ain't putting the
dad is
culture
still
on.
white in the thing.
She got dreads.
She got dressed. She's like
It's like,
black.
She black.
like Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan when he was the Torch.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's our adopted brother. And I was like, why? They all supposed to be related or something. Why be this extra?
And they were trying to fucking fan cast Michael B. Jordan as Superman, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I think they should just come up with new shit. Like
Because it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there.
There's so many other stories. Like,
So
you don't
many.
have to attach yourself to this old shit. Especially,
Right.
like, in the trailer, too, like, the visual effects were looking shitty.
You think so?
Yes.
I didn't even see it.
I thought it looked all right.
Nah.
Maybe I just liked her singing. I think she sings good in it.
She's a great singer. I also can't name a single one of her
Oh,
I was
songs.
about
yeah,
to say,
didn't
what
know
songs
nothing
did she do?
that
I
she's
still don't know
ever
what
done.
either one
She's
of
just
them do.
she's got the beehive stamp.
Yeah, so then it's like anything you do. It's like
So even if I didn't think she was a good singer,
right.
I'm still gonna say she's a good singer.
Right, they're going to be in
definitely.
your messages.
So I don't know. I just stop making Ariel black.
We about to have a whole bunch of comments. Goddamn right, brother. With the glasses. I said it too.
With the baseball cap.
So I was watching TV at work,
Right.
and
That's always great. Watching TV in the break room.
see some weird shit, or just like some shit you don't normally see.
You don't normally watch
and
it. So
thoughts
it's like,
come to your brain.
ah.
So I think it was fucking Ryan Seacrest and
What's her Kelly Ripa?
Kelly Ripa, yes. And it's on for a couple hours or whatever it is, and
Right.
like the talk is on afterwards, some other shit with the
Mhm.
I forget what the fucking
It's like got a football player, ex-football player,
The white
Kelly
dude.
Shepard, the white boy,
Yeah.
white girl.
Yeah.
That thing.
and I'm sitting here watching, and like they're playing their games, and they're like just randomly talking, and like they have their opening monologue, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And as I'm listening to it, I'm like, y'all have been talking for like 10 straight minutes, not about shit. People in the crowd are dying laughing.
Right.
Like, you're just like, I had to wear my coat today. It was a little cold, a little chilly walking in. Oh, I know, it was so chilly, wasn't it? And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? How are y'all on TV every single day for
That's
2
funny to
hours? And like, this is like, people watch this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Daily.
Like, and so I was like, there are people out there like that I do not want to associate with at all. You cannot be real people. Like, if shit like that is entertaining to you.
It's disassociating. People would be able to be like, okay, well, let's see what's going on with the talk.
I think it's just celebrities though. They're like, oh, these
That
are
too.
celebrities, so I'm gonna hype up whatever they say or do.
And then they like show the stands, and it's all like women 30s to 40s.
Yeah, eat that up.
I'm like, bro,
That's
go
some-
get a hobby.
That is their hobby. They
No,
bored.
no, bro. Like, there's genuinely like, I think there's celebrities. There's bottom of the
Influencers?
poor
Okay.
people,
Okay, I was like, what?
and then like 60 to 70% of the middle people are nobodies.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
so how are you a poor?
Hold on. Okay,
are poor
explain.
nobodies?
Explain.
No,
Okay.
because like we talked about this,
Oh,
you're fighting for life. You're
right.
You're doing other
okay.
shit.
Right.
There are people who literally will live 70, 80 years of their life, and like that is entertaining to them, and they, okay, God, I hate it. You're like doing nothing.
Oh yeah.
You're literally just like living.
Yeah.
You are just alive.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Turn the TV on. Look at Kelly. Look at Ryan. Oh. Oh no, fucking Michael's leaving. Here we got Ryan now, though. It's okay. We'll watch this again. And you just do nothing.
I think that's a privilege to be able to just sit around and watch this show and be so. There are shows that you're caught up in, though.
It's different.
How?
Sports are way different.
Then a show about my coat is I'm cold because I don't wear a coat.
It's priorities.
No. Yeah, and your priorities are fucked up. At least the people who are like fucking following Kim Kardashian and the family and shit, like, okay, they're rich. Like, they're doing some shit.
Not Megan Kelly. Kelly Rippin' is rich.
Bro, but what are they doing? That is a fucking C-D-list celebrity.
People want to like not have to worry about their lives, so they
No,
and worry about
bro.
them.
No.
I do think people are NPCs though. I agree with the 60-70%. You don't do nothing.
I think there are a lot of people who aren't the main character in their story. So I do think that they do tend to just, let me turn on this TV show and just watch and just go along with the day.
Sheep.
Bro, imagine if my favorite NBA player was Terrence Ross. That's like what that is. Like, like all these superstars, and you following a fucking eighth man. Bro, like somebody like, who's your favorite player? There's something about Torrey Craig's game I just really appreciate.
That's an old one statement or
Like, I can't stand just noise, and I think that's what all that is.
Yeah.
Turning the TV on from fucking 9 to 1 is just nonsense.
Yeah, I only watch stuff like that if they're going to have someone on or if it's like something crazy is going on in the world. I think that's some people's way of like staying in touch. I think we get a lot of that. I think we get a lot of the noise, but it's from like Twitter. Like you can scroll through Twitter and probably see about 5 or 6 of the topics that they're going to talk about on Kelly's show. You know what I'm saying? But it's like for us, it's just a quick swipe down. For them, they have to sit through those 15-minute segments.
It's just so surface level though too. Whenever they get guests on, like they're not actually asking them genuine questions.
Because people aren't deep. You gotta realize that people are very surface level.
That's the thing.
It ain't
too.
like I'm trying to say we better than people because we trying to like explore our depths. But I think people are just look. You were taught when you're a kid, you're gonna grow up, go to college. Now they're saying don't go to college, but whatever. You're gonna get a job. You're gonna get a family. You're gonna have the white picket fence, and then you're gonna die. And then everybody after you is gonna repeat the same cycle, and that's the dream.
Right.
There's no like, let's try to like find ourselves or what our purpose is in life or explore. It's just, hey, go be a fucking cog in the machine.
Exactly. That's
And
true.
listen, okay,
Eat your TV dinner.
for the cog in the machine, like you are needed to help make society go.
Right.
So I understand that part. But like I said a while ago, all right, minimum wage.
Wait, what?
Those are the, like they,
Oh, shit.
that's where you're at. Like, I just think if you're not making any advancements
Right.
to help the people,
Ah, that's a different topic. Of your worth towards what you do for society. But I think that's really an American concept.
Do you have to help everybody? Do you have to like? Do you have to be that person?
I don't think so.
no, you don't have to. It'd help.
But what is helping though?
What is helping?
Because can't everybody be a doctor
No,
Exactly.
absolutely not. And
Or a serviceman or whatever.
or a researcher? You
Or
know,
a researcher.
science. You know, so
I just, God, this is gonna sound so like Republican.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like-
Republican fire.
All right, so like these people, all right, who work like let's say at a McDonald's, all right,
Right.
all right, that is we need you. Hey, I need my McChicken. Absolutely.
Right.
All right. All right. Now ain't the time to be going on strike though. All right, like like
Just because it's an inconvenience to him,
Right.
I'm just saying, like
they
okay.
need to be able to live too.
They're people.
They are living. They're turning on their cable and they're watching Kelly.
I think they have more to offer than just whatever they do. I think you can be a living, thinking, helping person, even if that's not included in whatever you do daily.
I agree with Devon too. It's a privilege to be able to like explore. If you gotta worry about bills, and
That's the thing too.
I think
is-
people are a lot more poor than you think.
I think so.
That's why I was talking about middle.
Like paycheck.
Yeah. But if
Even
I,
middle
if I
class is low key paycheck now for some people. So it's like
most people,
yeah, inflation.
I think it takes a lot for people to be able to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go do something outside of McDonald's. Like if you say you barely make it through high school, right? But in high school, well, you didn't really get a chance to like focus on, because we saw it in high school. You had the people who were like, oh yeah, I'm in the Scholar Society or whatever that was. Like I'm doing that. I'm able to do all this stuff. I can do all these clubs and shit. And then you have people who are literally like, I have to get up at 6 a.m. to come catch this bus to come all the way out here. Then I got to sit through 8 hours of stuff. Then I got to go back home and maybe wait to my next meal at night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just
Okay.
don't have time to.
So I have a bigger, grander topic than to branch off from this. Then.
Okay.
Do you think that you can truly do whatever you want in your life? Not you specifically, just people in general. Do you think?
No.
No.
Do you
No.
think?
I think here in America, we aren't allowed. It's a facade of choice, but I don't think we're allowed the free choice that allows people to find out what they want to do in life.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question then. Do you? Let's just take you. Okay, because I know a lot of times, like your environment will decide early on
Right.
your entire path.
Correct.
But so let's say for the sake of like, just take your environment out of it for a second. Because I think just in general, like let's say everybody, 90% of people have a chance to get a high school diploma.
I don't think so.
I think that number's a little higher than you think, but go ahead.
Just the opportunity to get it.
What's the
To go to
opportunity?
school.
Okay, but then you gotta. But if you don't include, oh well, some of them have to go home and take care of these kids
Or
that's
their
either theirs or their
parents,
parents, so
like-
they have to work a job. It's not the same opportunity.
Graduating with a 4.0, and I don't care what you graduated with.
That's not true though, because if you graduate with a 4.0,
I'm not.
you're
We're
more-
not talking about
but some people,
college and stuff right now. I
Okay,
don't care about.
okay,
I'm saying
okay.
I think most people have a strong chance of just graduating and getting a diploma.
Okay, cool.
I don't think so.
For the sake of the argument, yes, go ahead.
So what do you think if you have that diploma
high school diploma.
A
Now.
high school diploma. Yeah. All I have is a high school diploma.
Continue.
Do you think that after you get that, let's say, all right, I have my high school diploma.
Right.
I get out of my situation.
Okay.
Good, bad, or indifferent. I get out of my, not me specifically.
Right.
I get out of
Right,
my
right.
situation. I am on my own now.
Okay.
I am 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
Not like apartment. Like
Right.
let's say like I'm downtown apartment.
Right.
You can put me in the projects.
Right.
And you're at a very low level job.
Okay.
Do you think
Go ahead.
you
Go
don't
ahead.
think you could do what I do?
Yes, but
No.
also, yes, you can.
There's a literacy thing. Just because you graduate high school doesn't mean like
That too.
just because you graduate high school doesn't mean you have the proper tools to actually go live out in the world.
And I was gonna say, do you have access to know to do what you do? I don't think so. I think a lot of people, right? They grow up. If you have TV, cool. You may have added 5 to 10 more jobs you think you could do. But if you grow up in a situation where not everything is like, yeah, Timmy, go think. Go have time to research. If you're living on a day-to-day basis where it's like, oh, this is about survival, and like, oh, I got to go to school so my parents don't get arrested. Like, if you're thinking of things like that in that situation, I don't think you have a choice to know, okay, I could go do this or do this. You're probably going to do what you saw your father do or your uncle do. And if it's to work at a job where you're just getting a paycheck every week, then I think that's what you know. I don't think you really know, okay, I can go be something more than this.
But also, it's assuming in a perfect world, everyone has the same opportunities
Opportunity.
and resources.
Okay.
All I'm saying, I think it's a lot. There's a lot of just dealing now, right? So, because like growing up, for me, it was kind of structured in a way where it was like, I felt like I could only be a couple things, right? Within whatever parameters. That's a whole different story. But I felt like I could only be a couple different things, right? So then somewhere in my life, about 3 years ago, right? I was like, oh shit, no, actually, I could be a little more stuff. I can go further in school. I could do this. I can do that. But that comes with me seeing it, being around it, being in the industry of being like, oh, I could do that too. I still feel like sometimes, I probably couldn't do that because I ain't have the. I feel like there's a lot of that keep people from even thinking about doing more.
So is that a you thing or is that just a environment thing?
I think it's an environment that then proceeds to affect how you think about you thing.
So it's an environment thing.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like, oh, I live in the projects. I'm saying this country as a whole has a system of keeping elite. Like, and it's through various things. It's through your family wasn't rich enough. It's through, well, we only offer these opportunities to these kids. Or like, your dad is a lawyer, your dad's a banker. So then he knows a lawyer, and then it's like, oh, well, I know that my dad's friend Tom was a lawyer, so maybe I could go do that and watch what he does. I don't think a lot of people have those opportunities to be able to see stuff.
So obviously making it or being well off enough is in the eyes of the beholder.
Okay, yeah.
Do you not think that, like, could they make it and be like a McDonald's manager?
Yeah.
Is that not making it? Because I think that is a achievable.
But what's the point? Why do you want to be a manager?
Because you want more money.
Okay, so then when does it stop? If so you're chasing a job just because you want more money, when does it eventually end? Because that's where a lot of people have issue, is you keep thinking you have this notion, I need to have this, I have to have this, I need this money, I need this car, I need this house. Okay, and you get it, then what?
You end up now you're out of the situation that you were talking about before.
But then most people are like, I have to get more. So now it's like, are you
Is there something wrong with that?
But
Wanting
then
more?
it's starting to be materialistic. It's not what does you achieve. Like at the end of the day, that burger flippers should be able to afford all their bills
That's-
when they work a
yeah.
full time.
Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't be able
So,
to.
but I think people also don't care about going as high up because not everybody can be a manager. You still need people to run the business that are the worker. There's only 3 managers on shift, like one or two per shift.
Right.
So that's a mindset thing then. Like,
It's not a mindset. You can only have 2 people be a manager.
so you can work at another McDonald's, or you can work at
So
somewhere
who's
else
gonna be
around.
under
Well, hold
that-
on.
that's
If
the-
I'm the burger flipper, how do I have transportation to get to another McDonald's to hopefully try to become the manager?
Are you taking the bus?
But even then, there's
Are you-
still only so many people can be a leader.
Okay, so then you're like, all right, well, I can't do it because I don't want to wake up 30 minutes earlier and take a longer bus ride.
But what happens if they're okay with just being a burger flipper? They get their bills paid, can do what they want when they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the issue then?
There is no issue. What the thing was like, can you be successful
Okay.
in your own eyes? And you're like, well, no, I can't do that. I can't be the manager at the other McDonald's because the bus ride's too long.
Well, I guess it just defines what success is.
So you don't want to get up. So how is that a damn my situation?
'Cause
Nigga,
it
if
is
you don't
that
get up,
situation.
I mean, if you
You're
want
gonna
to
set
set
your
your
alarm
alarm
at
at
6 o'clock?
you're gonna do what you need to do to be a manager.
Yeah, if you have the drive to want to be a McDonald's man, I don't
We-
know if anyone that's working at McDonald's has a drive to want to continue
We
to.
talked about
some people
when we were
probably do.
talking about homeless people. We were like, "What is your dream? Just to eat." So if you're at a lower situation, your dream might be a little bit lower.
That's true, but all I'm saying is the burger flipper. There's such a drastic difference. I feel like between manager and burger flipper.
I promise you, there's not. We've
It's
seen
like,
them.
it's like $5 or $6.
We've
but
seen
that
the
$5 or
manager at
$6
McDonald's fucking cursing the exact same people out that the workers cursing out. Like, you want to speak to our manager? Okay, he gonna say the same shit to
Right.
you.
No, I just think that they're not really thinking. Some people aren't really thinking, okay, how can I progress further in my own situation here currently? Because of just what they've seen. I think that they just think, well, I got this job. It's paying me some money. All right, that's it. So I think people just kind of succumb to that. I don't know if they like are.
So that's what my thing is like. So is that a you thing?
No, but I think it's their environment that's telling them, hey, this is all you can be.
So if everybody listened to their environment, where would we be at? LeBron would not be LeBron if he just listened to his environment.
I'd argue maybe his environment helped him be LeBron.
Yeah, because that's a different thing.
you know what
No daddy, go hoop.
You know what I'm saying?
You getting out the mud.
How many hood hoopers that made it to the league would not be there?
If they was in the hood because of the hood?
Yes, if they listen, bro, you're not about to be hooping nowhere.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. The hood protects those type of dudes, though.
Yeah, 'cause
you
you
a
can see
hooper.
how-
Hey,
You
know what
don't
the fuck
get
I'm
in
talking
it,
about,
But
though.
don't get in this. Hey, you a hooper. But that's why they hooping so well because they not trying to get out the hood.
Okay, whatever job. Then a random dude that makes it and it becomes a doctor
Okay.
Right, okay. So I
from
get,
the hood.
I get what you're saying. Yes, if you listen to your environment.
It doesn't
then
dictate
you're not
everything.
gonna-
but
it doesn't dictate everything, but I think it plays a larger role in people. Because your original question was, can people be whatever they want to be? And all I'm saying is that your environment can hinder you.
It can hinder what you want to be.
It could so then it would hinder what you can be. If it hinders what you want to be,
But then if you're like, okay, my situation here, I know the top of the top is fucking, I'm kingpin on the block. All right?
yeah.
If that is your top, why would you not be like, but I can never do that. I'm gonna stick to dime bags.
Some people's mentalities are, and sometimes it is a you thing. But I think that a lot of people, in that situation, if that was me, right, I would see the danger of possibly being a kingpin.
Maybe I'm being.
But if I'm out here running,
I feel like you're
running
also
plays,
acting like, oh, the more you say, like, there's still a lot that goes into trying to be the number one dealer on the block.
right. It's
I'm,
not
bro,
just
violence
it's
that
not
has-
y'all are
the
just
violence
shitting
that
on
has to
every
be
single
maintained.
opportunity that maybe I'm giving people more credit. I think people are a lot weaker minded than they actually are.
Okay, so you think
I
that,
think people. Okay.
and I would agree with that.
But a part of that, too, is
'cause
the environment and people tell you you can never do this.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
you're
think
never
we're
gonna be there.
saying the
So do you
same
think you could
thing.
never break that though?
No,
I don't think you. There's not a saying like, oh, it could never happen.
Or
So that's what okay. So that's what maybe I'm.
If you have a 2% chance, I guess you have a 2% chance, but it's still a 98% chance that you're gonna fail. Like,
right.
and it's set up against you.
So I guess you just should never buy a lottery ticket because there's a 0.01% chance.
I don't buy lottery tickets.
I'm not talking about you.
It's a waste of money.
America.
Yes. Because really, they should be. Why do you have $1 billion to give to some random nigga when you could use that to,
To help
the
other
roads that are
people,
messed up
right.
and the schools that don't have lunch?
So you'd rather. My thing is, so these people would rather spend $30 on a lottery ticket
I don't get it. I don't get it either.
instead of maybe changing their situation. Is all I'm
But
saying.
I think a lottery ticket would be easier in some regards. To what is change the situation?
Yeah,
you
what
guys
do
start going to night school. Like, there's a lot of things.
Right.
There's a lot of steps. You can't just
There was 30 people we all knew in a class of fucking working a UPS shift and then going right to class the next
That's
morning.
hard though.
It is, and they still were doing it.
But how many of the? I would say that there was probably a big percentage that didn't make it.
Right.
Well,
What?
at least they tried.
You can't be like here are the people
And-
that made it and then
Right.
disregard the 70% who did it and be like, well, look at this 30 though. Like, no, there's a 70% of people that could not do it.
So
So it's
okay,
not like you
they
acting
could-
like
yes.
oh,
Okay, then they did that and then they failed. I'm okay with that. You trying is better than you not trying at all and staying in the exact same spot that you were at.
I think there's a lot more people that try than you give credit for that are still stuck in that spot. That's all I'm saying.
I don't. But whatever. Terran, what you got?
follow the YouTube, subscribe. What else we got to do? Look at the YouTube shorts. Be on the lookout. Should be a snippet. What's today? Oh, it already posted. There'll be we're starting to do there'll be a 3 to 5 minute segment released on Fridays. There's one for Dom D that's already released. It would have been that Monday. If you want to check it out, those will be the little kind of brief spot for what the podcast is about, and then we'll show the episode on Monday.
Devon.
Be sure to make sure you click subscribe, right, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It'll automatically send you a notification like it did this morning because you're already subscribed. I know you are. It says that we got a new episode. So make sure you do that. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Share with your buddies. Be a friend, tell a friend.
Yep, that's all we got.
Peace.
Appreciate you guys watching. Yep, peace.
Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, scanning on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on. Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on.